where are you at helping us with hydro rates and energy rates?
No, the hydro rates are out of control in this province. And I mean, we have an electricity system that, I mean, frankly, it's a mess. We have a mess in our electricity system. We have a deregulation and privatization that was brought in the late 90s. It didn't work for people. Notwithstanding that, Tim Hudak wants to do more of it, which I don't understand, frankly, but it hasn't worked. I mean, sure, the private companies that are producing our energy and selling it are doing great. I mean, they've got lots of return on investment or return on equity for their shareholders, but it's dinging us in the pocketbook. It's not affordable for Ontario households or, importantly, Ontario businesses. We're becoming uncompetitive because of the high rates. So we want to curtail that move towards more privatization. Now, we don't believe that tearing up contracts is the way to go. We know that you have to, a deal's a deal, but we do want our Auditor General to go through the existing private contracts that Ontario has with these producers and make sure that they are getting a good deal for Ontarians.
So that goes back to the feed-in tariff.
Well,
those programs.
So those are the green energy. Those are more the green energy programs, right? And so there's a number of different pieces.
Some of those deals are a little.
Yeah,
pricey.
Yep, and I know, and again, I know Mr. Hudak says, I'm going to tear up the Green Energy Act, I'm going to tear up all the Samsung deal and all those contracts. We saw what happened with Mississauga and Oakville. It cost the people of this province $1.1 billion to tear up those two contracts, and we didn't even tear them up. We just moved those plants to another place, and the companies are still making money off producing electricity for Ontario. So we have to be careful about making these knee-jerk statements that are going to cost us a fortune. However, there are lots of things that need to be done within the electricity system. A couple that I just already described about the Auditor General looking at those contracts and making sure that there's value there for Ontario ratepayers.
But aren't they getting paid more than?
Well, we're actually paying. So when we overproduce, like when we have excess power, we actually pay the United States to take the power off of our hands. Not even do we sell it at a cut rate. We are sometimes paying them to take it off of our hands. That costs us about $1 billion a year. That's very expensive, and what it does is it basically subsidizes Manhattan's skyline to be lit up night after night. That's not wise. So what other provinces do, Manitoba and Quebec, they both have hydro prices half or less than Ontario, and they sell at a higher price when they're selling their excess energy because they sell direct. The province sells direct. It doesn't go on the spot market. The way that we sell is through the energy producers. They go to energy traders on the markets and they sell at whatever they can get. But if we controlled the way we were selling our excess energy, we could get better price for it. Pass that opportunity in terms of savings or extra dollars over to the consumer. We also have four agencies, OPG, OPA, IESO, and Hydro One. In Manitoba and Quebec, there's only one agency. We're paying 4 CEOs, one of which makes $1.6 million himself. And then there's all of the vice presidents and all of the other executives in all of those 4 agencies. We want to put those folks together into a single agency again.
One agency. Get
rid of the duplication, get rid of the overlap, get rid of some of those top salaries, pass the savings on to the ratepayer.
So on the on the basis of the, do you support like the feed-in tariff program? I mean, would you support that?
So what we were critical of the government in terms of the way that they dealt with the Green Energy Act and all of the pieces of it is, instead of it being around what are ways that we can create investment, sure, but also make sure that it's all about the community. It's community based. It's co-ops, like farm co-ops and those kinds of things, particularly with wind. But with solar and the FIT program, the government obviously made some big mistakes because now they have legislation in front of the House to make up for the problems that they didn't foresee. And so the World Trade Organization has ruled that they didn't do things right and that they weren't allowed to provide the subsidies that they provide. And that's causing a huge problem for us here in Ontario.
Before we take our break, I got to ask you a question. we've heard so much about this Oakville, Mississauga gas plant, and who said what, and then possible lawsuits between leaders of who said what and everything. Where are you at with that whole thing? I mean, are you taking a side? Was Mr. Hudak out of line?
No, you know what? I'm going to let those two shoot it out amongst themselves, and we're just going to focus on getting the answers for the people. There are still unanswered questions on what went on there. We don't know, the Premier's...
Did Premier Wynne know?
Well, here's the question.
What do you think?
That's
do you
the
think
biggest
she
question.
Knew?
Well, so I'm the Premier of the province.
Right.
We have the OPP coming in and meeting with my staff to ask them questions about, about what happened with these possible wiped hard drives. We have our own internal organization, the Cyber Investigation Unit. It's part of government. They're doing their own internal investigation on the possible elimination of emails or wiping of hard drives. And I'm the Premier, and I have no idea that the OPP is wandering the halls.
So do you believe she knew?
Well, I think that the Premier...
Just between us. I mean, do you think she knew?
I would find it hard to believe that she didn't.
Okay.
I would find it hard to believe that she didn't know.
Okay. Well, we're going to know what she thinks of Taras Nadashak and Percy Hatfield in their report card right after this.